Well, hello, ladies, gentlemen, and all others. This is Boudreaux here, or Steven if you prefer. And if I was thinking, I would have stayed over at that housing complex, the Dwarven Thorns Hall housing, so that we could turn in our test for today. But you know what? No big deal. Okay, hold on. Why am I not moving? Is my keyboard not working? No, it's just lag. Maybe just lag from just logging on. Anyway, Hobbit gifts. Combat run speed boost. Go ahead and waste that, and we'll go ahead and do our 55 experience points for confidence virtue trait. Okay, so anyway, oh, that's right. We got plus 10% for like until the second. So that's why we got 55 instead of just 50. Anywho, let's go ahead and get mounted, and let's see, hold on, let's just get our pet out here. We won't need to be looking for any ore. Anyway, just for now, we're going to be picking up quests. So, this is where we pick up quests, most of them around here, so let's just pick up what I can, and then we'll sort them out.
Would you do something for me?
Okay, this is actually, we're going to do this on the way out, probably on the next video. But it's called Friendships Renewed, a level 12 quest. Now that the people of Archet have stood up against the Blackwalled Brigands, and we've got them on the run here, the tides are turning. Things are returning to normal, and I say it's time I did my part. I used to send honey down to Stadel in trade for pipeweed, a business I'm ready to pick up again. My old trading partner, a hobbit by the name of Lolo Wendingway, used to peddle wares on the road between here and Stadel to the south. When the Blackwolds came, I wager he holed up down there. If you happen to be in Stadel and see Lolo, please let him know I would like to renew our partnership. Okay? And so we shall. And I'm not gonna that's one I'll knock off, but I'll do that in due time. So we have Gale Catchpole.
Stay a moment.
Who has a level 9 quest called Mourning the Dead. I'm sorry, my mind is miles away. I didn't see you there. Did you help fight off the brigands? My dad did. He Gale chokes back a sob. During the Blackwolds raid on Archet, someone broke into our house and stole many of our things. I don't care about most of them, but they took my dad's favorite fishing pole. I don't care if I get anything else back, but he wouldn't have wanted some filthy brigand to have it. Now that I've moved here to Combe, I've been meaning to ask Constable Wren if she could track down that fishing pole for me. Could you ask her if she has any idea where it might have been taken? She'll be on the guardhouse on the hill east of Combe. Okay, so we'll get some gloves to sell for that. Okay, over here, made a woodwright.
I'm sorry to trouble you, but will you help me?
I will. Reconnecting Ties, a level 9 quest. Pardon me, do you think I could take up some of your time? I haven't had any word of my son Covell since the brigand nonsense began, and I'm mighty scared that he might get caught up in some trouble. He lived in Archet until recently, but we had an argument. I'm sure you know how boys are. And Covell left in a huff. He said he would make his own way down in Combe, and that's the last I heard of him. Now that I've come to Combe, I hear he's gone east. If you don't mind, could you talk to Constable Wren for me? She watches the road east out of Combe, and maybe she's seen Covell pass. So we get our choice between, it doesn't matter which one we pick. We're on our level 15 potions now. Okay, up here, we actually have a quest to turn in, I believe, as well as one to pick up. This is a mainline quest, I believe, to talk to Elizabeth.
How can I be of service?
Oh my, look here, a real live hero. It's not often we get such respectable folk through here. My, how my tongue runs on. Tordan told me to send you upstairs to his room as soon as you arrived. The stairs are across the room there, and Tordan's is the door to the end of the hall. He said you shouldn't delay none. Okay, and yeah, you did 2 sentences. That really kept me from seeing Tordan. I'm sure that may be the difference between Sauron taking over Middle Earth or not. Yeah, I don't call it 2 sentences rambling. I don't know. Call me crazy.
What can I do for you?
The hero of Archet, I suppose. I'm pleased to finally meet you. I'm sorry for the cryptic summons, but I dare not betray my whereabouts to just anyone. There is much we need to discuss. Will you hear me? Sure.
Stay a moment.
So a new level 8 quest called Prologue, Finding Amdir. Mainline as well. Thank you for your aid, Boudreaux. My kindred and I were driven from the bounds of the Shire by the Nazgul of Mordor. They pursued us eastward and slew many of us. It was my goal to join Amdir, but I've heard rumor of his fate in Archet. They say he was stabbed with a Morgul knife and led off by some evil men, the ones who lent the Blackwalds aid. There are few left now with power over such wounds, and those that I know of dwell some distance from here. We must find Amdir, and quickly, if we are to save him. He is likely being held by the Blackwalds somewhere in the Chetwood. We must find a way to enter their lair and free him, but first we must find them. Speak with Constable Underhill. He may be of help. You can usually find him outside near the Combe and Wattle. Once you have learned of the Blackwald's lair and believe you can gain entry, return to me. Hurry before it is too late. So, we'll get something to sell. Yeah. Alright, so. And kind of, we're going to be, maybe completing and picking up until we kind of get to, east of Combe where we got Constable Rim. But we'll also keep going. There's a lumber camp to pick up and turn in quest at. And then even a little bit east of there, there's maybe one to turn in and pick up. So, okay. So, oh yeah, up here. We have Constable Underhill.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Okay, that's what we were supposed to talk to. Oh, okay. So anyway, Tornan sent you, did he? It's good to have the hero of Archet on our side. The hobbit lowers his voice. There's still a Blackwald agent in town. We think he's trying to rebuild the band from among the local ruffians and bullies. We need proof, though. A letter or parchment would do, if it came from the agent himself. Many of the brigands hole up in the Chetwood. Find the road east until you come to the guardhouse where Constable Wren is stationed. From there, head north and look for the brigands' watchfires scattered throughout the wood. Search their packs for signs of their summons. Let me know right away if you find anything. We need to know what they're up to. Okay? And so let's see. Another constable. This one's called Constable Sageford.
Can I spit with you a moment?
We have a level 9 quest called Blackwald Valuables. After the initial raids, when folk began fleeing for the villages like Archet and Staddle, the Blackwalds found they could no longer rely upon raids to support themselves. They seized old Ballman's farm and began tilling the soil, though badly and without care for the land. The brigands at the farm must be under the supervision of some Blackwald leader, else they would fall to laziness. If you confront the Blackwald's leader at the farm, you might be able to recover some of the valuables they have stolen. Old Bowman's farm is deep in Chetwood at the end of the eastward path. I would appreciate it if you could at least try. There are many folks who would benefit from the recovery of this treasure. And for that, we'll get a nice little cloak to sell. Okay, and he's got another one.
Would you do something for me?
Called Unpaid Debts. Level 9. The Blackwald brigands are on the run, no question about it. They're trying to regroup at camps throughout the Chetwood, but they suffered a real defeat at Archet. The brigands fled their old encampment up by Archet carrying a large lockbox, which they brought to one of their smaller camps in the Chetwood, northeast of Combe. If we can get our hands on that lockbox, its contents could be used to help those who lost property to the Blackwalds. There are a number of watchfires along the road, so you need to find the right one. These villains have a great many debts to repay, Boudreaux. If you can return with the loot box, the folk around here will be better for it. Okay, and so we'll get another earring to sell. Okay, and over here we have A crafting quest from Jeffrey.
I'll not be ignored.
Well, I won't ignore you. Crafting. Jeffrey Fuller hates splinters. Wow, that's nice. It's a level 10 quest. I work up at the lumber camp most days, and I'll tell you this. I'm always getting splinters. I hate it. Those tiny little pieces of wood are always flying up from the wood as we cut it, and they get their revenge through annoyance. Small annoyances to be sure, but after a full day of it, you'd be sick to death of the things. And I've been working there going on 3 weeks now. And that's not all. The axes we use have wooden handles, and if you don't get splinters from gripping those things, then I'm a dwarf. It's just about at the end of at the end of my wits. If you know a tailor of even small skill, I could do with a pair of padded gloves. I'll pay you for the trouble, of course, with coins and a few materials, and I'll be in your debt. Okay? And that's actually the reason why I kept a couple of brushed light leathers that we gotten somewhere long ago, somewhere in the Shire, I believe. So hopefully that will be all we need to, well, that plus maybe we have to buy something from a supplier or something, but you know, I believe we'll be able to craft what we need for them with what we have.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Okay, Beneath the Hanging Tree, quest level 7. Me old dad was a robber some years back and got his hands on a good deal of riches, as I hear it. Constable caught him, but afore he was hanged, me dad told me where he buried his loot. I never needed it afore now, so I was content to let it stay buried. But I figure it's time to get my hands on wealth enough to keep you warm and shod, as me dear old dad called it. Can you take this pickaxe and dig the treasure up? Just take the road east from Combe to Constable Wren's post by the guardhouse. Climb over the hill to the right and walk down to the riverbank. Where the hanging tree grows, it'll have an X carved into it. You'll be helping me make a new start of things, and you'll have me everlasting thanks. Okay, so if we go down a little further, there's another quest ring. That's all it's going to be for the next few minutes, just turning in, picking up quest, turning in, picking up quest. Okay, so we have Roderick Carver.
How can I be of service?
We got this quest in Archet. Let's see, my brother sent you, huh? As well he should. The business up in Archet is unfortunate, but it serves to remind us of the importance of skilled craftsmen. It would take a great deal of labor to rebuild Archet and supply the people of Breland with everything they need to prosper. The mistress of apprentices to my left can help you choose a vocation which to specialize. A vocation is a bundle of 3 crafting professions, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so we already know all that kind of stuff. Okay. So we've completed that quest, and while I'm here, let's see, I need to find a crafting table, or workbench. Okay, and for once, we'll go ahead and pick that up, and let's see. We wanted to collect padded gloves. So anyway, padded gloves. Okay, there we go. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Okay. There we go. All right, padded gloves. Yes, I need to buy a spool of rough thread, and I believe I probably can from. Let's see, where's the tailor? Tailor. There we go. This tailor probably has that.
Greetings, friend.
Okay, spool of rough thread. So we'll just go with ingredients. Okay, we'll buy one. And we can go ahead and make our padded gloves, right? That's what we're looking for. Yep. And just so we don't accidentally sell it or anything, I'm going to just go ahead and drag it down here for now. And we come back to town, because I'm going to keep heading away from town. We head back to town and we'll turn that quest in. Okay, so let's see. Back on my low horse, since I'm a hobbit. Okay, and we have Constable Wren, who we've heard about a few times. Okay, so a couple of quests here we're on.
What do you need?
I've heard that many of the Blackwold brigands, after looting Archet, fled into the Chetwood. It seems that the Blackwold leaders are angry. They feel that the raid might have been more successful if their followers had been less focused on filling their pockets and more on acting together. The main encampment is east down the road and then deep into the northern woods. I suspect that many of the Blackwolds can be found within that camp. Mayhaps if you search in that area, you may find Gale's lost fishing pole. Okay.
Greetings.
Looking for Covell Woodwright, are you? I've heard something about the boy, but I can't say his mother is going to like it. He's joined up with the Blackwolds. He hadn't been in Combe for long when they took him either. He tried finding work around town, but he didn't have the stamina for hard labor. If you can talk to him, you might convince him to give up his new line of work, but I doubt it. I wager you find him east of Combe in the Chetwood. Just follow the path from the lumber camp north and east. You're sure to come across a Blackwold camp or two up there. Okay, and we're very near this hanging tree, so let's go ahead and give it a visit before we head over to the lumber camp. And here we go. The grove of trees has been cleared. It's a stump field. We're supposed to look for a tree with an X on it, but it doesn't look like there's any trees here. So let's just take a look at a few stumps and see what we find. You find nothing of note near this stump. Let's get over here. Nor this one. And nothing there either. So anyway, with that, we're gonna head back to Ted sometime, not now, and we'll let him know that we had no luck looking for his treasure. So anyway, up here on the road east of where Constable Wren is, we run into a lumber camp. And one of the quests that we were given, let's see, where is he? Yeah, in Combe was to talk to Taylor Green.
What do you need?
Archet's woes did not escape us here in Combe, and it's good what Ear is doing, no doubt in that. But the evil of the Blackwold has spread and now rests in the same wood where we need to collect the wood for Archet. I will see that we do what we can, but as you can see, we have troubles of our own.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Okay, so he has a level 8 quest called Den of Wolves. Combe has always relied on this lumber for their livelihood, and now the people of Archet will be relying on us to supply the wood to rebuild their town, I expect. There's no shortage of work, that much is certain. We need to start taking down some of the trees to the northeast along the cliffs, but there's a wolf den up that way, that endangers our workers. Could you deal with those wolves for me? It's not safe to chop down trees near there, and I'm afraid we might lose some of our best loggers. Follow the cliff wall. You'll see the wolves, or they'll see you. Okay, so we'll get some leggings to sell. Alright, over here we got us a hobbit called Pasco Burrows.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Speaking of Burrows, yeah, I'm an LSU fan, and LSU just beat Texas A&M, so we ended up undefeated for the season. And Joe Burrow, the quarterback who's likely to win the Heisman Trophy this year, he came out with a jersey that said B-U-R-R-E-A-U-X, kind of the old LSU spelling, so I thought that was awesome. Anyway, Pasco's uncle, level 9 quest. My uncle Filbert and I were having tea and discussing the state of things in Breland, about how the folk in Archet showed the Blackwald brigands a thing or two. when Uncle Filbert stood up and said, "Someone ought to do something about these villains. I'm going to give them a piece of my mind." And then he left without even finishing his tea. Up the road, oh, he didn't even finish his. How uncivilized. Anyway, up the road in the woods east of the camp, past the brigands' watchfires, there's some ruins where the Blackwolds are holed up. Uncle Filbert has probably gone there to have a word with them. Though I don't think he will make the full journey. He's not as young as he once was. If he has, he's likely gotten himself into trouble. I dare go no further to search for him. But could you go look for him and make sure he's all right? And for that we get our choice of essences, which we'll sell. Okay, and up to the north. One more quest to pick up.
Might I take a moment of your time?
A level 9 quest called Old Ballman's Farm. We've already heard about Old Ballman's Farm, so this gives us another quest there. We get food for this, so we can just take our pick. I'm not going to eat it. I'll just sell it, even though it's not really worth that much. But let's see. Have you heard that Archit gave them Blackwald villains what for? Kicked them right out, they did, and good on them. If little old Archit can manage it, I say Combe can do one better and sweep them Blackwolds out of the Chetwood for good. Now, I lost my Sally's chain when them brigands took over my farm. She's been gone for many a year, but that chain always did bring me comfort. One of them Blackwolds probably picked it up, and I just want it back. Farm's far to the east. Just follow the road past all them brigand campfires. Oh, what's that? No, it's a chain, not a necklace. What a queer question. Okay, so anyway, Sally. Who's Sally? Dog? Pig? I don't know. Anyway. Okay, so, I imagine that Pasco is over here. And I know you said he's far over there, but he's been through some trouble and been back, I'm pretty sure. But we'll find out from him. And it's not Pasco, it's Filbert. Sorry.
Is there something I can do for you?
Finally, someone respectable. Apparently you don't know me very well. I was beginning to think no one out here in the woods had any manners. Oh, sorry, sir. I simply couldn't stand by any longer while the Blackwolds have their way in the Chetwood. I marched right in there and told them just what I thought of their sort. They laughed me right out of their camp. "Go back to hobbiting, little boy," they said to me. "I've never been spoke to like this. Never." I wanted to leave. Something in that big ruin is just a bit off, I say. One ruffian, Cole Sickleaf, he used to be a nice boy, took my handkerchief. Could you bring it back to me? He ran off to the ruins all the way to the east, between the frightening ruins to the north, and that Skunk Woods farm. Sure, I understand. If you don't get your handkerchief back, all of Middle Earth is just going to crumble into pieces. Forget Sauron. This is nothing compared to you not having your handkerchief. I understand. Hey, I'm with you. Okay, so anyway, we've got all these quests that we picked up and turned in and picked up and turned in, and crafting, we're not going to put that up there because that's the one we got to turn in. I want to put some ones up here that we have to actually do. So anyway, finding Amdir should be up here, so let me just take one off. We're going to put that up there. Because with finding Amdir, yeah, we're looking for a Blackwald recruits pack. Okay, and let's see, beneath the hanging tree. Okay, that's kind of ready to turn in, so we need to talk to Ted when we get back to town. Den of Wolves. Okay, we can do that. Blackwald valuables, sure. Mourning the Dead, sure. Old Ballman's Farm, sure. And there's more we can do, but for now we'll just go ahead and stick to these. And when we start completing the objectives and needing to turn them into town, we'll take them off and start putting these on there. At least these three. Sorry, not that one. Yeah, those three. Okay. So anyway, the first thing we have to do is to defeat wolves, and wolves would be like up here and stuff. Okay. And yes, see, I can just freaking go to town, can't I? Yeah. Because we're through doing our guardian deeds, at least until level 20. These things are just going down quick, aren't they? Search the corpse. Okay. Okay, so that one's ready to turn in. So let's den of wolves, take it off, and we'll put up collecting the handkerchief. A very important quest. I don't think you can finish the game without finding his handkerchief. Actually, you can, but I'm being facetious. Just for those who don't speak sarcasm as fluently as I do. Yeah. So anyway, the quest pointer is kind of heading us towards a black-walled pack. So let's. In fact, I see one right in front of us. So. Okay, so we've searched it. So that was our main line, wasn't it? Yeah, we need to bring that to the constable, so we'll take it down and yeah, talk to Covell. So anyway, next, search for valuables. So here's old Bowman's farm. Okay, so we found a receipt. Okay. So let's see. Let me bring up our... Okay, so anyway, we've got a parchment. That's the receipt, I believe. We've found the fishing pole. We've got the chain. Okay, so apparently we picked all that up doing this. So now we have just unpaid debts, and once we get these three done, we'll be good. So anyway, it's pointing us towards the black-walled lockbox. So we'll get the lockbox. Okay, remove it. Okay, now we need to talk to Covell. Okay, and there's Covell.
What do you need?
What's that? Me mother sent you to find me? I don't care. I've never been good at anything in my life, but now I've found something I can do, and do right good. You're going to regret coming into Blackwall territory. The Chetwood will be your grave, stranger. You may have won this round, but I will never abandon the Blackwold. Now tell me, Mum, to leave me be. Okay? remove that, and we just have a handkerchief to find. The most important quest of them all. Okay, so there's Cole Sickle-Leaf. The stealer of the handkerchief. For that you must die. Okay. How dare you steal a handkerchief? Death is the penalty. Or you must be defeated. I don't call it death in this game. You never get killed, you just run out of morale. Okay, and you know what? I'm not even thinking. We should actually be using the milestone. Okay. Okay, so Gil Catchpole.
Greetings.
You found it. Oh, thank you, thank you. I've been thinking that the pole should be given to the waters of my dad's favorite fishing hole, the pond near Hunter's Lodge in Archet. I think he'd like that. Thank you again. Well, you know, considering that Sauron's about to save the Earth, getting this fishing pole for you so that you can just throw it into the water sounds like an awesome idea. Yeah, definitely more important than saving Middle Earth from Sauron. Yeah, of course. Anyway, I'll take your most expensive gauntlets, which still aren't worth much, but thank you. If you ever want to find any, if you want, you know, everyone want me to find stuff to just throw into the water again, just let me know. I'll do it. I'm a completionist.
Day, isn't it?
All right, hello. What's this? Ellie Cutleaf? Well, I should have guessed. She's smart and disreputable by all counts, and she's just the sort who might lead us to the Blackwalled agent. She won't lead you to this Amdir fellow, I don't think, but it's a start. We must gain access to the leader somehow. He'll have the answers we seek, and so we'll just take a random earring. So anyway, we're given the mainline quest prologue, Cutleaf's Good Intentions, level 10. Now here's an idea. Ellie is looking for new blood, so why not help her out? You can mask yourself as a ruffian and offer to join the Blackwalds. Gain her confidence, and we might find out where the Blackwald leaders are hiding. Of course, it would be dangerous. Do you think you're up to the task? Ellie's house is in the northwest corner of town by the pond. There are some large cages nearby. She breeds dogs, I think. Go and speak with her, and remember, you're a brigand. Okay, I got it. We're supposed to trick her. I got it. So anyway, hand axe, one-handed axe. We're looking for two-handed stuff, aren't we? I don't think there's anything in here that's... Oh, actually there is. Not quite as good as what I got. So, So that's weird. What, a level 11 axe was almost as good as my level 15 that I bought. Yeah, well, I guess that makes kind of sense. But anyway, keep turning in stuff. Constable Sageford.
How can I be of service?
What is this? Rurik? There's a Rurik Fennel living here in Combe. He's a locksmith. But why would he be aiding the Blackwalds, Boudreaux? Rurik's house is southwest of here, just beyond the Combe and Wattle. You'd best have a talk with Rurik. I will be very interested in knowing why he's been locking boxes for the Blackwalds. Very interesting indeed. Okay, so we'll get our cloak to
I'd
sell.
like to take a moment of your time.
A level 8 quest called Rurik Fennel, Locksmith. Rurik is a locksmith here in Combe. You should show him that receipt and ask him why the brigands appeared to be common patrons of his. It seems odd that Rurik would be involved. He's a quiet man who keeps it to himself mostly. Still, we need to investigate every lead carefully. You should find him outside his home on the road that runs south past the Combe and Wattle Inn. Okay, and another quest
What do you need?
called Unpaid Debts. Ah, you've returned with the brigand's lockbox. Now let me see what's inside, and we can sell the valuables to support the survivors of the Blackwalled raids throughout the area. Locked. I should have guessed as much. Wait, until we can find the key, we won't have any luck with this. There seems to be some initials carved into the lock. RF. Most unusual. We'll pick a random
I'd like to take a moment of your time.
gift here. We get a level 10 quest called More Treasure. I was talking to one of the other constables shortly before you returned, and it seems that he learned that some of the Blackwolds were keeping even more valuables in their main camp in the ruins of northern Chetwood. With any luck, you might find a strong box that's not locked. It's worth trying anyway. There are so many people who need money to rebuild, and who better to take it from than one that stole it in the first place. Okay, so some crappy bracelets that we can sell. Anyway, let's go visit Ellie and Rurik, I guess, since they're over this way. And we'll just kind of start heading east and turning in and picking up quests again until we end up back in the Chetwood for our second round. So here are the cages they were talking about. And remember, we're a ruffian. I'm a ruffian. Okay, so there's a dog. Don't bark at me.
How can I be of service?
Not another one. I thought I'd gotten all those letters back. You'd be better served just going home. You don't want to join up with the Blackwolds. I listened to Skulkwood, their leader, and helped them breed some wolves. I admit, I did it for the promise of riches, but I regret it. Jagger Jack is their head wolf master, and he had me breed a local wolf with one of them wargs. When they took me into their camp, deep within the Chetwood, I got feared right quick. There's something not right there. I've done something terrible, Boudreaux, and I need help getting out. The den mother I helped them breed is kept at Skunkwood's farm in the North Chetwood. She needs to be killed before her next litter is born, else her pups will do worse damage to the Chetwood and the folks here. Okay, it appears that Ellie's had a change of heart. So that's kind of a continuation of that particular quest. Okay. So anyway, let's talk to Rurik Fennel, and once we talk to him, we'll start heading east again.
Oh dear.
Yes, my name is Rurik. Yes, I'm a locksmith. What is this about? One of my strong boxes recovered from a brigand and a letter? I see. I had hoped that I saw the last of the Blackwolds. You must understand, I did not willingly help them. My business is keeping things locked away, so I do not often ask questions of my customers. I filled an order for 20 strong boxes, and upon completion was visited by the Blackwolds. One, a tough fellow, took my master key and threatened my life if I talked. One of the others with him called him Applewood. Please tell the constable that any aid was unwilling, and I only stayed silent because I feared for my life. Oh, I feel for you, dude. Okay, so we need to talk to Mr. Sageford again.
What can I do for you?
While this doesn't help us get this box open and the valuables returned, it does speak well of Rurik. I feel badly that he felt as though we could not protect him. But with what happened to Archit, I understand his hesitation. Let me think a moment on the name he gave us. Scouts are coming and going all the time. One may have mentioned seeing this Applewood.
Why to take a moment of your time?
So we have a level 10 quest called Blackwold Thieves. Yes, I remember. A scout returned a few hours ago and mentioned that there was an Applewood giving orders to the recruits. He then headed towards the Blackwold's main encampment in the ruins of the northmost part of the Chetwood. If Applewood has the key, then we should set about getting it from him to aid those who have suffered so greatly at the Blackwold's hands. Be careful, Boudreaux. Reports from near those ruins tell of a great sense of dread and dismay. You will need to be cautious if you were to attempt to find Applewood and obtain the key. When you find the key, return to me, and we shall see what good news we shall bring to the people of Archit and Combe. Okay, so we get another crappy, whatever to sell. Armband, I know. Okay, over here we have a crafting quest to turn in.
This is intolerable.
Oh, no, you think my gloves are intolerable? Oh, okay. You've brought me some padded gloves, haven't you? Let me see them. Ah, these are just the thing, Boudreaux. I thought you said they were intolerable. I don't get it. Anyway, I like to see the splinters from my axe hilt get through these, or rather, I wouldn't. These things aren't much, but I hope you can use them for something as useful as these gloves you've given to me. Actually, they're kind of crap to me right now, but yeah, I'll take the more expensive ingots, thank you. And the leathers. Okay, so, yeah. Keep heading east. Ted, sorry about your...
I'm sorry, did you need something?
Yeah, I need to tell you we couldn't find your treasure, dude. What? They chopped down the hanging tree? And you dug all the trees with an X? Well, I don't know if I saw any X's. I mean, there weren't really any trees. There were stumps. You understand me, right, dude? How will I ever find me Dad's buried treasure now?
I don't know if you can help me.
I'm going to give it a try. Level 8 quest called The Logger's Ledger. Maybe the woodcutters at the lumber camp up east of here remember which tree was the hanging tree. Boudreaux, you got to have a word with Mason Thorne, the man in charge there. He has just got to remember. He just has to remember which of the stumps used to be the hanging tree. He just has to. The lumber camp is along the road north of the big house. Please, I need that money to make a new start for myself. Okay. And I believe Constable Wren up here. We need to talk to him.
How can I be of service?
Yeah, fought with Coville Woodwright, but he escaped. Well, his sort will not be able to flee forever. I feel the time of the Blackwold brigands is coming to an end. It seems I was right, and he will never give up his lawlessness. His mother will not be pleased to hear it. So we need to talk to Maida. We'll do that on the next trip. Break her heart. Okay, so I believe the logging supervisor is just to our left here.
Greetings.
The hanging tree? Oh, I remember seeing a few hangings in my day. I do believe I wrote the site of the hanging tree down in my ledger. I write down all the things I want to remember, so I can just look it up at, well, bless me. I think I dropped my ledger in the woods not far from here. Yes, I remember. We were surprised by some of those Blackwolds, and I dropped my ledger on the road. I wager a captain of those brigands picked it up. There are quite a few campfires to the north and east along the forested road. You might find my ledger on one of them black wolves. Bring it back here, and I'll look up that thing you wanted to know about. A tree, was it? Seems like you're getting kind of old. And forgetful. Okay, so, Taylor Green.
How can I be of service?
You took care of the wolves? That will make harvesting the trees by the den much safer. Rebuilding the burned buildings in Archet will require more wood than we have, and that's only one village. I don't think the Black Wolves have the numbers to try anything funny around Combe, but there's still Staddle. Too many raids, and we'll need to cut down the whole Chetwood to make the repairs. Well, that wouldn't be a good thing. So we'll get some leggings to sell. Oh, that's right. We need to select them now. Okay. All right. So anyway, up over here, Old Ballman. Yeah, we were at your farm, dude.
It's a sorry day.
You found my Sally's chain and showed those Blackwalled villains a thing or two. I don't doubt it. A lifetime of thanks, Boudreaux. Sally was a good hound. Okay, so apparently it's his dead dog. We'd go hunting in the fall, and she could sniff out a coney with what seemed near a mile. It's good to have her chain back. It's all I got left of her now. Take these coins for your trouble, Boudreaux, with my thanks. And some food. Okay. Alright, so, yeah, let's kind of look at our quests again. So, our mainline quest is up there. That's good. Let's see. Logger's Ledger. Pasco. Yeah, we've got to turn that in, so that's pretty near. We got to talk to Maida, so let's go ahead and take that off for now. So, Blackwalled Thieves and more treasure. Okay. So, yep, we're good. So this will cover our next trip into the Chetwood. I believe there's 3 trips we need to make, so there'll be one more trip, I believe. Oh, and you know what I'm thinking? One thing I usually like to do while I'm over near here is one of these Dunedain deeds that we have. This is what, an obelisk? Yeah, that's one of the Dunedain things we need to find. So we'll have to kill a spider. Okay. And there you go. So I wanted to just kind of take a little detour to get that. And, oh yeah, we need to talk to Filbert, don't we?
What do you need?
You, at least, have some decency. Like I told you, I don't think you know me very well. I thank you very much for returning my handkerchief and bid you a good day, as civilized folk are wont to do. I'm going to stay here and keep an eye on these impolite troublemakers. Maybe it's Tookish blood I get from my mother's side of the family, but it'll take more than insults to send me back to town unsatisfied. Perhaps my presence here will remind these ruffians what it means to live in Breland. If you could tell my nephew Pasco that I am fine, I'd appreciate it. Good day. Okay, and we'll do that on our next trip. Okay, so anyway, just remove that for now. So anyway, it's telling us about Mason Thorne's ledger now. Okay, so I wager this campfire up here is where we'll find it. So let's there we go, we have it. Alright, so remove it. So anyway, Skunkwood's Den Mother. So this is the mainline quest. she is. Okay, so we'll remove that, and now we have a strong box and a master key to find. Okay, so this is kind of the east side of the ruins where we talked to Combe. Combe would have been like over here somewhere, but hit points on this ward. It's more than we have. Took out pretty quick though. Didn't hurt us that much. Poison though, but okay, so here's our strong box. Okay, so anyway, all that leaves us is to find Rurik's master key. That's on Applewood, I believe his name is. Okay, so we have completed Brigand Slayer. Okay, so we've gotten 10 LOTRO points, 30 marks, 2,000 virtue experience, and 700 reputation with the Menabri. There's our 5 LOTRO points. Let's see. Watcher of Roads. This is the one we completed, and the one I mentioned was the one we're about to get. So we got 500 reputation. Okay. So, anywho, Sergeant Applewood. Apparently this is the guy that I was locked on to before when I thought I was locked on to somebody else. So with that, let's head back to Combe. Alright, so kind of bring these back up again. So yeah, we need to talk to Ellie. Okay, and that's to Mason. Anyway, yeah, we'll get that eventually. So let's go ahead and jump on our horse and let's see. Yeah, we're kind of getting a little full over here. Let's think about a sell-off. So anywho, I was thinking, yeah, 40. 50, 42. Okay, so yeah, apparently we're not full up there, I don't think. Make sure mangled sword seas. Okay, yeah, that's all junk. Want to make sure.
Hello, friend. Can I help you with something?
You can. Can you buy this junk and repair my stuff, please? Thank you. All right, so yeah, this is the way to Ellie's. long have we been at it? 55 minutes? Cool. So this may be a little more than an hour and a half because I want to maybe try and get all the Combe stuff done here.
What do you need?
I'm glad that you were able to defeat the Den Mother before she bore any more of those half-wargs. Now, there's just Skunkwood to deal with. He spends most of his time in the Blackwalled hideout these days. There are dark-skinned men who sometimes attend him, clearly not from these parts, and that Jagger Jack fellow. Okay, so let's see. Do you have a two-handed? Yeah, that's probably the most expensive. We'll take that, please.
Stay a moment.
So we have a level 10 mainline quest called Prologue, Greater Responsibility. When Skunkwood took me to the Blackwall's encampment in the Chetwood, I met Jagger Jack. Jack is training the wolves for the Blackwalds. He keeps most of them deep in the ruins in the north parts of the woods. If we're going to put a stop to the Blackwalds, then we may need to do a little mischief out of our own. I'm not want to do this, mind you, but we need to stop them wolves before they're used against Combe. Leecher Cartwell can help us and will. Talk to him at his house up on the cliff south of Combe Center. Tell him that I need a poison to kill the wolves. Okay. So you don't want to kill wolves, but I already have. So I killed 8 of them over there. So. And after all, they're not just wolves, they're half wolves, half wargs, so. And I'm kind of running past here a little bit because I want to head to Leecher's house to pick this quest up.
Greetings, friend.
Ellie got herself in trouble, did she? I've been near the wood of late to gather herbs and such. Something has the animals there stirred up for certain. If this will help make things right between Ellie and the Combe folk, I will help. I think I know just the thing. I'll need fresh honey, blackwort root, and several red berries. There are beehives behind the abandoned house south of Combe. The berries grow in patches in a valley just over the hill behind the house. Blackwort root is found near the wolf den in North Chetwood. Okay. So anyway, we happen to actually be by 2 of these objectives, so I'm going to go ahead and take care of this as we start heading through town and turning in and picking up quests and all that kind of stuff. The abandoned house he was talking about is right here, just on the other side of the gate. We kind of missed the gate, but anyway, all we need, well, we need to face the target first. This will get the honey. And just kind of looking at our map over here, just to our right is where most of the berries, I believe, are where we're gonna find most of the berries. In fact, there's a red berry bush right there. So. Okay, and so that's done. Okay, so... Whoop. Okay. Now we avoided some damage there. Okay, now it's pointing towards Constable Sacher. There's another quest. Oh yeah, we need to talk to Maida about her son.
It's a sorry day.
Indeed it is. What? Koval has joined those villains in truth? I refuse to believe it. He's a good boy. even if he has a temper. He's a woodwright through and through, and would never do such a thing. You shouldn't say such horrible things to an old woman. What am I saying? I knew the boy had landed himself in a spot of trouble. Thank you. Thank you for at least finding him. Okay, so we'll just pick one. Okay. So now we go to Constable Sageford.
How can I be of service?
You found it. Excellent work. And I could say that we are pleased that there is one less Blackwall to worry about as well. Now, Boudreaux, we can find what the brigands hid away within this chest. You've done a wonderful job, friend, and deserve this reward. Okay. Okay, and with that, we've been we've been given the deed. Breland Adventure Advanced. We need to complete another 15 quests for a total of 30 to get 10 LOTRO points, 2,000 virtue, and 500 reputation increase with the Men of Bree. Okay, here's our 10 LOTRO points for completing that. Our virtue cap is capped on confidence. So let's see, we're capped on the 5 that we're either have equipped or are going to equip. Okay, so let's go to determination, which is our next physical mastery and tactical mastery passive bonus. So, all right, and we've completed the normal adventure deed, 10 LOTRO points, 2,000 virtue, and 300 rep increase. Okay, so
What can I do for you?
you found a strong box, and this one is locked as well. Do you see these scratches right here on the lock? RF, just like the other one. We need to get these strong boxes open, Boudreaux. Okay, and we need to select one of these quest rewards. Okay, so I figured getting them open would have been another quest, but anyway. See, there's nothing to turn in here, I don't think. Yeah, we have one to turn in at the lumber camp at least. So it's the ledger, Mason Thorne's ledger. And Pasco as well, yes.
How can I be of service?
You found my ledger. Now I can find that thing you wanted.
Can I speak with you a moment?
So now we're given a level 8 quest called Pickthorn's Treasure. Let me just find the right page. Here we go. I see. So you stand in the field of stumps and take this many paces and then that many strides. Of course. I remember the hanging tree was in the southeasternmost tree in that bunch. It was standing there closest to Staddle Falls. Now just go back to that stump field and you'll find that thing you wanted. What was it you wanted again? You were digging for something, right? Here, take this pickaxe. It'll make it easier to dig. Least I could do. You finding my ledger and all. Okay. You need to have your brain checked, dude. Okay, so here's Pasco.
How do you do?
It's good to hear that Uncle Filbert is all right. He always says that I'll develop good hobbit sense when I get older, but if he's any example, I'm not sure I will. Thanks for looking in on him, Boudreaux. I love that. Okay, so let's take another look at our quest, and it looks quite short. So anyway, we have our mainline quest and Pickthorn's Treasure. So yeah. So anyway, Blackwall Woods. Anyway, finding Pickthorn's Treasure is probably a little bit closer right now. So let's okay. Let's break our horse's leg, and then we'll start heading towards this stump field. And here we go, and Southeasternmost stump. It's right here. Collected Pickthorn's treasure. So on our way back to town, we'll talk to him. Actually, it's kind of pointing us right there now, but let's see. So it doesn't do that anymore. Let's stop. Okay. I don't know why. Apparently, I'm hitting a little bit of server lag or something. Actually, you know, we aren't really heading back in quite yet. Yeah, I don't know if you call the Wolf's Den heading back into the... I guess technically we're in the Chetwood, but it does say Chetwood up here below our rear view mirror, as I like to call it. Okay, so here's some black wort. We have 4 of them to collect. And maybe a couple wolves to kill on the way. Okay, are you gonna pick this black wolf? Okay, hold on. I didn't know there was one behind me. You must face target. Okay. I must get back to town. Wow. There's only 7. Well, there's 2 task quests, so there's actually 7 quests. I haven't seen that few quests for in a while, so let's put the other one back on Pickthorns. Anyway, we're heading to Leecher, so let's hit Leecher first. I think Leecher sends us back to Ellie.
How can I be of service?
Ah, there you are. It'll be just a moment, and I'll have the poison for you. Be careful with this. It'll not hurt you or I, nor even the little folk, except perhaps make us mildly ill. But the normal woodland creatures will suffer terribly if you don't use caution. You should return to Ellie and let her know that the poison is ready. Okay. And we will. If it does go beyond an hour and a half, it won't be by too long, I don't think. We do have an instance, maybe 2 to go through. I think it's just 1 instance for now. We'll see. I have been known to be wrong on 2 occasions in my life. I wasn't really serious about that. So, okay, it was only 1.
Greetings.
You have the poison from Cartwell? I trust Cartwell. Nice to know. Now that we have the poison, we may be ready to strike at the Blackwolds in their Chetwood home.
Stay a moment.
So we have a level 11 mainline quest, Prologue, a critical strike. If I'm to help ye, then you've got to trust me. We need to deal with the wolves and their keeper, Jagger Jack. Jack spends some time talking to those strange dark-skinned men within the ruins occupied by the Blackwolds. Find him and kill him. Also keep breeding his wolves with the warg. While you're searching for Jack at his camp, look for corpses of dead beasts, sheep, cattle, even deer. It's likely the poor creatures are the food for the wolves. Use the poison on the corpses and we may kill off a good number of Jack's beasts. While you deal with Jack and the wolves, I'll talk to Skunkwood and others about a new recruit I've found. I might be able to get you into Skunkwood's hideout. Okay, so we'll get some greaves that we can sell. On our way back, we'll talk to Pickthorn and give him his treasure. Whee! I don't like that. And dude. Okay, stop. I don't know what's happening there. I've got fairly new batteries in my keyboard. It is cordless, but damn. So's my mouse, but the mouse is working. Why would the mouse? It's on the same USB plug-in too. I mean, does it make sense the mouse would work and the keyboard wouldn't? I don't get it. Thinking maybe it's a bug with the game or something. Oh, okay, we're supposed to talk to Ted. Ted, I'm sorry. Yeah, I got your treasure, dude. I got your treasure. I'm coming.
Can't you leave me to my misery?
Well, what are these? These boots were buried beneath the hanging tree? Me dad was a villain to the end. Wealth enough to keep you warm and shod. Shod indeed. Wait, there's something rattling around inside the heel of this one. Taking a knife from his pocket, he slices into the heel, and gold pieces tumble out into his waiting palm. Well, I'll be. My dear old dad told me true. Wealth enough to keep you warm and shod, indeed. You have my thanks, Boudreaux. With this money, I'll be able to get a new start. I'll do better than my dear old dad. You wait and see. Okay. Well, anyway. Really? Yeah, I had a keyboard problem again. That's got me thrown off. Okay, so we just have mainline quests from now on, because that friendship renewed. We're not doing that now, so that will be the next video. Speaking of which, I may have time to actually maybe do a part one for Staddle or something. Okay, so we're heading back to the ruins, and I'm gonna pass up Covell and go to that east entrance again, because you know, once we had gotten that strong box or whatever that was inside the ruins, if we had taken a right instead of going through that little passage going to Applewood, we would end up seeing those half wolves, half orcs, and Jagger. Got one of those dread things. I don't know if we've even run into one of the dread things yet. Trying to think. I'm thinking no. So we'll see what them dread things that I'm talking about is. So. But anyway, you have dread and you have hope. Hope basically counteracts dread. Now we don't have anything that gives us hope, at least not yet. Okay, so we went through here, but we really need to, we see these slaughtered sheep that we need to poison. I hate when you have something selected, you know, by hitting delete. You can't actually you know, something will attack you, and it's your focus doesn't turn there. I don't know why they do it like that. To me, I consider it a bug, but I guess it's the way the game works. But it still bugs me that I have to actually hit backspace or tab to be able to pull them in. Okay. So Angmarim. So we're fighting some foes from Angmar. And anyway, here's Jagger Jack. He went down really easy. Okay, so anyway, it's not actually giving us dread, but that's weird. Anyway, we're done here. Let's head back to town. So we have been picking up broken sword sheaths and broken daggers. Let's see. Yeah, we're not okay. Good. All that stuff junk. And since we're here, let's visit the bowyer.
What can I do for you today?
Can you buy this stuff from me and repair my stuff? Thank you. I know. Well, you know, I guess I am kind of polite. So, that Burroughs dude probably did know me well. They call him Joe Burrow. He's my hero right now. Just beat Texas A&M 50-7. Ooh, yep. Hope we can pull off that national championship.
Greetings.
If you've been to those ruins, then you know about the evil spreading throughout the Blackwolds. I was able to meet with Skunkwood, though. He was talking to one of those strange men. He mentioned someone named Amdir. Skunkwood said that he would meet with you, but you need to be quick. Once Jagger's death is discovered, Skunkwood will become suspicious. Okay. So we'll finish.
Could I speak with you a moment?
A new level 12 quest, mainline, called Prologue the Hideout. You've done all that was asked of you, and you've done a good job of it too. So I suppose it's time to show you where to find Skunkwood. He's second under Aegon, one of the strange men that I mentioned. Skunkwood handed the Blackwolds over to them a short time ago. That's when the bad changes started taking place around here. Skunkwood's used me and a lot of other good folk here in Combe. Everything you've seen so far in the Chetwood should prove that to you. We've risked a lot to have a chance to stop the Blackwolds once and for all, Boudreaux. It is time we finish this. The hideout is located at the foot of Staddle Falls, at the northwest end of Staddle Pond. You'll be welcomed inside. Maybe you'd best go and talk to that fellow, what you're working for first, though. Okay, and we'll get a shirt that we can sell. Okay, so Tordan. That's who she was talking about. I almost forgot about Tordan. Kind of like that the song Alice's Restaurant. Oh, you remember Alice, don't you? This song's about Alice. Of course, they went 15 minutes without even talking about her. Or Arlo did, I won't say they.
Greetings.
You've returned, and with news of the Blackwold leaders. You have done well. Now is the time to move against Skunkwood and Aya again. You should make your way to this hideout of theirs and speak to Skunkwood. Once there, tell him you heard rumor about the prisoner they took from Archit and would like to see if the tales about him are true. Once you make your way to Amdir, free him and make your escape. I will follow you to the hideout and aid you. Hurry now. That sounds a bit condescending. Hurry now. Hold on. I will do this in my own time. Calm down. You don't need to be condescending to me. You know, I hope that this Skunkwood dude kills you. Just saying. Not really, but I predict he will. Just for being condescending to me. He'll probably kill you for another reason, but anyway. And it won't be Skunkwood anyway. But, you know what? I hope that Amdir does it. Yeah, one of your fellow rangers. That's who I want to kill you. Okay, so... So we'll cross the pond here. And there's the hideout. Well hidden.
The hunt for Amdir leads to the hideout of the brigand Skunkwood, but to what end is unknown.
How can I be of service?
The Blackwall guard stares up at you from underneath a furrowed brow. He spits onto the ground and studies your face for a few seconds before giving you a wary and sinister smile. You must be the new blood Ellie was talking about. You'll find Skunkwood in the back. Okay, well thank you for letting me in. Or whatever. I'm supposed to act like a ruffian, right? Whatevs. Alright, so kind of looking around, exploring. This is how I generally do dungeons. I kind of just follow to the right. What's happening to that Amdir fellow is giving me the shivers. Okay, so here's another ruffian, and there's Skunkwood.
Why are you bothering me?
So I can find Amdir. So you're the one I've heard so much about from Ellie. We lost a lot of good men in Archit, and I'll be glad to have you in the fold. You say you've heard about the Ranger? I have to tell you, what is happening to that fellow is plain unnatural. Egan tells me he'll be a great boon to us, but for now, he's just a raving madman. I don't mind letting you go to take a peek on him. He's down in the dungeon at the far end of the cavern. My guard there will let you pass. Okay, whatever. All of Breland will be ours one of these days. Mark my words. Whatever. Whatevs. Alright. Okay. Skunkwood says it's alright. I'll let you pass. I'd be careful, though. That Amdir's a dangerous one. Excuse me. The eye. The eye. What was Skunkwood thinking bringing him in here? You. Who are you? Who?
The voice, it will not stop.
The wound. It is so cold. The voice. The voice speaks to me, commands me, tells me things, tells me about the end of all things, the beginning of new things. It calls me to service. I must do what it says, must follow, I must serve. I must serve the Dark Lord. Doesn't sound good. No, no, no. No. Oh, you gave me a headache with that last no. Escape, I must. Kind of sounded like Yoda there. Escape, I must. So anyway, we need to speak with the old prisoner. Come here quickly.
Your coming is a boon, young one.
Oh, Sarah Oakhart. Yes. You've been captured again? What's up with this? Instance, the hideout. Oh, we already know that. Thank you for coming to save me, young one. I've been held captive here for a long time. I've seen many things, and if you would be so kind as to help me out of this dungeon, I would be able to tell you a bit of what happened to your friend Amdir. Okay. It'll be good to see the sky again. Let us get going, shall we? Oh, such a nice old lady, isn't she? What happened? Says one of the... Oh no, you don't go after that nice lady. I'm going to defend her. Why? Because you tried to attack Sarah. Why do you think? She's a nice lady. Don't mess with her. But she is kind of old. I mean, she's moving kind of slow. I mean, that rat just, really blew by her, didn't he? Stop them! They released the prisoners! They took something very important from me, friend. My stick. I need to get it. And this ruffian says, ooh, my head. Another one says, stop them! Oh, don't cry, Sarah. I hate it when we cry. Don't do that. I got your back. Okay, where are you? Well, I thought you... Oh, okay. She's just moving slowly. Don't cry. She's sweet, but she kind of looks a little ugly. I don't know. Come on, come on, come on. There's the chest they put it in. Let me guess. These guys are going to wake up too. My stick. I'd be lost without it. This is an interesting looking stick. Like a wizard stave or something. Okay, as slowly as you're walking, you did that about face really quickly. Kill them! William Skunkwood. So, Skunkwood found us. Anyway, I kind of missed that. He said, traitor, you freed the prisoners. Actually, I didn't. But I am a traitor. I did not free the prisoners, though. You lie. Sarah, if you keep going at this pace, you're going to be dead before we finish this quest. Just saying. Yeah, it's as old as you look. You know, I don't think you have that many years left in you. Don't cry. Oh, now you're gonna move fast. Okay. You've safely escorted Sarah Oakhart. Oh, she's crying again. Dead, all dead. All of you, stay back. It is too late for him. I'm sorry, my friend, but I must end this. End this? Kill me? Is this the compassion of the Dunedain? The voice told the truth. I shall end you, Tordan, my brother. Ah, and every other ranger as well.
It is too late for me.
Tordan coughs up blood. Amdir is beyond saving now. You must warn my kindred. Mundul is in the mustering cave of the rangers. Help him. Go to Underhill. Ask him if Tango Rush delivered my message. Okay. So he's dead.
Oh dear, how terrible.
Goodness me, what a terrible sight for these old eyes. The blade that stung Amdir has done its work, and I fear he's nothing more than a servant of the enemy now. You should try and stop him if you can. And don't worry about me. Now that I'm free of that awful cell, I'll be fine. And I've got my stick back. Don't know what I'd have done without it. Well, try not to get captured again. Just saying, okay? And with that, we need to talk to the constable, so... Alrighty.
Good day.
Tordan, slain by Amdir? How is that possible? Seek out Constable Tangarush immediately. If Tordan's warning does not reach his kin, who is to know what devilry will ensue? Quickly now. And so for that, we'll pick up a shirt we can sell.
Might I have a word with you?
So we have a level 14 quest called Prologue Chasing Amdir, mainline quest. Poor Tordan. If his words are true, his kinsmen are in great danger. This Mundal he spoke of before he passed must be warned. Now, I don't know exactly where this mustering cave is, but if Tordan warned Constable Tangarush, then Tangarush must know its location. Tangarush is a constable in Staddle, down the road south of Combe. You will likely find her loitering about town center. Quickly, you must find her. Okay, and so with that, we are actually through with Combe. Well, for now. I'm sure we'll end up back here every once in a while, but you know, the low-level quests here are basically done. So anyway, let's not pass the stable master.
What do you need?
I want to go to South Bree. And what I'm going to do is, before we end this video, I'm going to go ahead and turn in my task quests in. So we get another 1500 rep with Erluine, and work towards getting our goat, because my hobbit loves goats. Not so fond of dwarves, but he puts up with them because they have goats and stuff. So anyway, you know what? I'll probably just go ahead and save the Staddle quest for tomorrow. And I may actually I may cut that into two, a part one and a part two, but I may be actually able to do both of them tomorrow. But yeah, I'm kind of thinking, yeah, a little bit short of time. Let's not start one now, because probably only be like about 40 minutes or so, where I'll have to go to bed. Well, I don't have to, but I'd rather go to bed in 40 minutes, put it that way. So now that we're here, it's a quick
What do you need?
ride to the Breland Homesteads, where we can turn in our task quests. And so we got a lot done today. I pulled up my inventory just to look at what we have. Stuff to sell. I'm going to head in here real quick. So, hold on, not the mailbox. I don't want to click on the mailbox. I want to click on the door. Okay, so anyway, we've got a healer. Yeah.
Are you looking for something, friend?
I want to sell this junk, and I'd like you to repair this stuff. Thank you very much. Okay, we get a fresh start when we do our saddle quests. And where was it? Over here, I believe. Yes, those are our task boards. Whee! Okay, so the task limit has been reached. Okay, so we're done, and since I will remember to actually not use our milestone yet, so when I log in tomorrow and I have new hobbit gifts, I can go ahead and turn these in again. This is a daily thing that I do, and then we can use the milestone and work our way to Staddle. There isn't actually a milestone there, so we'll probably just go ahead and keep that milestone on Combe until we do all the Staddle quests and start heading into Breland, and then I'll probably change it over to the Prancing Pony. But anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate you. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.